Montana's economy is often seen through the lens of its vast landscapes, its tourism, and its natural resources. Yet, quietly operating within this framework is a powerful economic force many Montanans may not fully understand. A landmark University of Montana study put a number on it. Hutterite colonies in Montana generate a staggering $1,900,000,000 in total economic output annually. This is not a small figure. It represents a deep, steady current of commerce flowing through the rural heartland. It touches nearly every aspect of the agricultural sector, from the food on our tables to jobs in our small towns. And more than a statistic, it's the work of thousands living a communal lifestyle dedicated to agriculture and industry. Economic activity ripples outward, supporting non-Hutterite businesses, suppliers, and workers. A colony buys a new tractor in Great Falls. A colony hires a local crew to build a dairy barn near Lewistown. To understand the economic impact, one must first understand the people and the structure behind it. Hutterites are a communal branch of Anabaptists, a Christian group with roots tracing back to the 16th century Protestant Reformation in Europe, fleeing persecution for their beliefs, particularly adult baptism and pacifism. They migrated across Europe before eventually finding refuge in North America. They first settled in the Dakota Territory in the 1870s and later expanded into Montana and the Canadian prairies. Their way of life is defined by a core principle, the community of goods. All property is owned by the colony, and all labor and its rewards are shared among its members. Life in a Hutterite colony is highly organized and rooted in faith and family. Colonies typically consist of about 15 to 20 families, totaling around 100 to 150 people. Leadership includes a minister for spiritual life and a business manager who oversees operations. Children learn state curriculum with a state-certified teacher alongside German language and religious studies.
$1.9 billion economic output figure from the study is built on a foundation of direct, tangible activity. The primary driver is the sale of agricultural and manufactured goods. Hutterite colonies are major producers. 98% of Montana's egg production, 64% of Montana's hog production. Contribution to dairy is also substantial. These are not small, niche operations. They supply major processors and distributors. Millions of eggs move to grading stations and onto grocery shelves across the Pacific Northwest. This direct output injects hundreds of millions into Montana's economy each year. Beyond production, colonies function as large households and major businesses. They purchase goods and services from neighbors: fuel, seed, fertilizer, building materials, vehicles, veterinary care, groceries. The study shows millions in local spending supporting jobs across small businesses. Colonies also hire non-Hutterite specialists, teachers, agronomists, and construction crews, supporting thousands of Montana jobs directly and indirectly.
Hutterite colonies are not just participants in Montana's food system. In many ways, they are its bedrock. Producing nearly all of the state's eggs ensures a consistent supply for consumers and food service, reducing exposure to volatile imports. Processors like the Great Falls grading plants can plan around steady, high-volume output. That symbiosis builds a stable food ecosystem from farmer to consumer. Scale lets colonies adopt technology early, precision agriculture, improved animal welfare, and solar energy. The results often influence practices across the region. Unlike single commodity farms, colonies run multiple enterprises, cushioning downturns in one market with strength in another. Colonies keep large tracts in production, preserving agricultural identity and open space. Long-term investment helps prevent fragmentation into non-ag uses. In drought years for grain, dairy, or poultry, revenue keeps money circulating locally. Their stewardship keeps land productive, feeding people and fueling the economy for the foreseeable future. This is rural resilience in action. The success and growth of Hutterite colonies are tied to land and a tradition of branching out. When colonies split, they require thousands of acres. Over decades, this has, concentrated Hutterite land ownership in areas like the Golden Triangle, fueling strength and creating challenges. On a side, large consolidated farms leverage economies of scale smaller farms can't. Colonies can pool capital and outbid individual farmers. Rising land prices can squeeze beginning farmers and families seeking to expand. It's a frequent topic across central Montana. The study notes broad economic benefits alongside localized friction. It's a complex market dynamic with real consequences. For multi-generational farms, missing a neighboring parcel can threaten their future and heritage. Resentment can grow even as colonies bring benefits. Solutions include conservation easements or land trusts for new farmers. Direct dialogue and growth management aim to sustain a diverse, healthy ag community. The relationship between Hutterite colonies and their Montana neighbors is a complex tapestry of mutual benefit and distinct challenges. Colonies are rural economic powerhouses providing steady markets from the town mechanic to the feed supplier. This stability helps keep communities vibrant and populated. They also bring social stability and long-term commitment to the land. Many colonies engage through markets, donations, and volunteerism, building bridges in subtle ways. Real challenges remain. Competition for land and resources. Scale can make it hard for smaller producers to compete. Distinct language, customs, and norms can create cultural distance. Communication barriers can be misread as aloofness. Understanding grows when neighbors learn about Hutterite faith and lifestyle and colonies engage with towns. Trust and mutual respect are essential for long-term coexistence. Ultimately, this is a story of interdependence, each relying on the other to thrive. When all the data is analyzed and the stories are heard, one clear takeaway emerges. Hutterite colonies are an indispensable part of Montana's modern economy. They power billions in activity and support thousands of jobs. In rural counties, they act as anchors, supporting businesses, contributing taxes, and keeping farmland productive. The numbers reflect real stability, yet challenges like land competition, market pressures, and cultural differences deserve attention. The path forward is open dialogue among colony leadership, local governments, neighboring farmers, and community members. By focusing on facts, communities can mitigate pressures while maximizing benefits. Colonies depend on local markets and tolerance. Towns depend on their productivity and spending. These communities are feeding the economy, stocking shelves, and sustaining rural towns. An economy is built by people in the ways they choose to live and work. For Montana, recognizing the value of its Hutterite neighbors and partnering for a shared future is an economic necessity. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.